Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. There is another patch where they kind of nerfed a little bit the favoring mechanic. So in a lot of my previous videos, I've done the typical favoring mechanic. I guess you could call it abuse, but it was allowed at the time, where you would toggle favoring on and off and hop between races just to kind of balance out the negative resolve effects during the storm in particular. And they've nerfed it in the sense that they added a cooldown, so it's not a terrible nerf, but it does stop you from being able to juggle resolve and keep multiple races from leaving during the period of the storm. So we're kind of limited to one. It's a 60-second delay once you toggle it on before you can switch to another one. So that's interesting. We're also in a new cycle. So let's take a quick gander around the board. I have an idea where I'm going already, but let's take a look here. So there's actually, I want to go in this direction because well, I can't favor any species anyway if I do this, so I guess that mechanic isn't really going to matter anyway. But I was kind of leaning in this direction because I can get both. Some artifacts and some machinery. There is an opportunity here to get some upgrades, so I suppose we should, take a quick gander at that. I did not look at that last time. So if we look through the kind of meta progression here, all these are good, and I do ultimately want to get all of them anyway. But what's the best thing to spend my money on now? Well, it looks like Field Kitchen looks pretty good. This just looks like you can build something no matter what, which is good, and it's better than not having any option at all. But I feel like we typically get options, so I'll let that simmer for now. I'm not gonna choose a plantation to start, I don't think. Ale delivery line. These are all good. I think I'll do the cornerstone reroll just because, well, one, it's the most expensive as far as these other resources, and it progresses this line a little bit. Don't have enough food. Food is the main resource I need now, which is a little surprising because it used to be this. Although very quickly artifacts are going to run out because these all require, a bunch of artifacts, and food is plentiful on the map. So to that end, let's go ahead and look at what we got here. I think I'll go here specifically because it's still there. We still get a fair amount of food. And then I can pivot down into this direction and maybe scoop up one or two of these along the way as we progress deeper and deeper in. So let's go ahead and start here. I definitely want the beaver boys, so I'm guaranteeing that by choosing this option. We'll leave it on veteran difficulty. I think I will stick with a small farm, and I will take on... We're going to have plenty of wood. I'm pretty confident of that. I still cannot afford this. So I guess we'll just go with... I usually go with like a couple of these, but kind of leaning towards getting some bricks maybe. Or some fabric. I'll go with bricks. Yeah, let's go ahead and start with that and see what we get. So we actually can't use the favor at all. So, and we can't forbid food consumption, but I rarely ever remember to do that anyway. So it shouldn't have too much of an impact on me. If we look at the forest mysteries we have here, doubling yield if we're doing complex food during the drizzle only. And then cost of trade routes is increased during the storm, so don't trade during a storm, which I rarely do anyway. Missing, they don't have anything to eat during their break. They'll gain 2 stacks of hunger. I don't know what hunger does. It says click here to learn more, but I can't click there to learn more because it goes away. So that's cool. Not exactly sure what that specific effect does, but I'm sure it's not good. Hopefully it goes away over time. And then 5 is just negative 20 global resolve during storm, which is really brutal. So let's try really, really hard not to get that deep into a resolve spiral and get that much hostility. So we'll try to be relatively quick. We'll have to see how that goes. Looks like there is a 1 gap here, which is a little unfortunate as far as spacing goes. But I'm gonna put down my normal stuff here, and then let's get to building what we got to build. So this can't go there, which is a little unfortunate. There's some tiny glades up here, which I think it always makes sense to start out there. There's one here though. I think I'll go there first just because I want to place my trading post farther away from the storage to keep space available for that. So let's go ahead and put down woodcutters camps. That's what I'm looking for. All right, and we'll face those towards the actual glade there. We can just chop in that direction for now. I do want to increase the priority here, so let's go ahead and do that. And then if we want to look at building a big shelter for the time being, we'll slap one here and we'll slap another one over there. Looks like big shelters cost planks instead of lumber, but we do have some planks available to start, so it shouldn't be too brutal to have that happen. No stone cutters camp, so I'm glad I picked bricks, I guess, or nothing to gather with the stone cutters camp, I should say. If we look at the harvesters camp, I think we have an opportunity here to harvest up some stuff for fabric. And then if we look at foragers camp, looks like we got some room here for some root action. And then let's put down our makeshift post. Oh, by the way, they also added this mechanic. If you see the little pathways that show you where those resources are coming from, they now let you take stuff directly from buildings. For example, if you have a woodcutter's camp that has logs in it and you have a nearby lumber mill or something, it'll take the lumber directly from the woodcutter's camp instead of having to go back to a warehouse. Probably won't change my gameplay that much because I still just build everything as close to a warehouse as possible, but could potentially be useful depending on how you set up your game. So I think I'll go with the herb garden, and here I think I will go with the granary. Now I would have really liked to get a lumber producer or something here. Bakery is good. I'll take the bakery with protest. Hopefully we'll get something better for making our stuff than these garbage crude workstation things here. Let's go ahead and put our beaver boys in here and get chopping as soon as possible. Got a little hostility already. That just increased the cost of trade goods. We're not even close to trading anything yet, so I'm not overly concerned about that. I am definitely down to do mushroom production for Fungal Guide, because we got some mushrooms right there, and I'm guessing there'll be more on the map if there's some right there. So let's do that for now, and then hopefully we'll get some of these other buildings built. This will get housing up and running. It's not enough housing for everyone, but it is housing nonetheless. I am gonna build another big shelter. I really like the big shelters better than the small ones. Since they came out, or since I gained availability of that, really haven't looked back and done any small shelters. I'll just put one in there for now. Take a quick look at the orders. Let's see, build that and get wood and get some planks, mushrooms, and villagers. Or build these things and get this. I think I'd rather have more people, at least at the beginning. I think we'll be able to pull this off, but do I need 2 beavers? Probably not. But that's just 4 more random villagers. If there was like a bonus here to something, I'd pick it, but these are both giving me the same thing, just different flavors. So I'll go with the easier one in my opinion, or the one that will be more impactful anyway. Harpies. I'll do this one because it gives me wildfire essence, and that could be useful depending on our resolve situation and what that looks like. All right, let's go ahead and get somebody in here doing this stuff. And then we have no special buildings for building resources, so we'll just go here for now. I guess we're going to cap this at like 10 each, even though we don't actually have any of these resources at the moment. We should be chopping through here relatively quick. Let's let them do their thing. We only have one free person. I guess I could put them in here for now. Maybe crank out a couple extra buildings or something, or a couple extra pieces. If anything, so they could just build this other big shelter would be nice. Because planks should be a pretty easy focus for them. Okay, we did tap into a glade. We did run into some clay deposits and some moss broccoli patches. So that will give us some resources to play with here. Let's go ahead and... I mean, I kind of want to finish chopping this stuff out, but ultimately I need to move up here and start chopping in this direction. Clear out these other small glades here if we can. All right, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and rotate that around. Make sure we're facing the direction we are trying to farm. And we're just going to do a bunch of chopping here. Just free up all this space. Tap into these other glades if we can. I don't want to go that deep because I'll tap into this. And I do not want to do that yet. I don't know if we'll get enough hostility to justify pulling people out. I might have to due to low resolve, but let's see what happens. Okay, looks like I will have to empty out some people here just to get the resolve high enough. That does free up builders. They should be able to build this other big shelter, which should let us finish this, which then we can turn in. And we'll actually get more people as a result of that. All right, everybody's got some sheltering going on. There it is. Turn that in, get 3 new villagers. We could put our beaver boys back in here. They're unhappy, but it's almost through the season, so should be fine to just keep going. There it is. They are once again satisfied. All right, let's go get some humans. I like having humans. That is good. None of these are great. The Foragers Camp's okay if I get large nodes for these things. So far, I've only seen small nodes, and those are gettable with just the regular camp. The Harvest Foragers Camp. That's what I'm looking for. This guy. So this guy can already get everything we have on the map. So I don't see a need to take it quite yet, unless we find ourselves with a bigger glade. And it makes sense to do that. So this is meat and eggs, which, you know, are never bad things. That's a trapper's camp thing. Certainly not going to complain about that. Looks like we're building like every type of camp. So that's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and look at our cornerstones here. Survive. They did add more, like every update they add more cornerstones, which is kind of nice. Plus 10% villager speed and 1 global resolve. Urban planning, the more we trade, the more housing space we have. I mean, I actually really liked urban planning last time we did it, so I will take that again. It's not the best, but given that we don't currently have any way to make decent resources, I think that might help us a bit. We do have to get housing too. All right, let's put some peeps in here. Just start gathering up that stone while we're working our way through. And then we also want some peeps over here. I'll just put humans in there and just kind of chop through all this, but they can harvest the goods in the meantime. At this point, I'm just going to tap into some small glades just to gather some more resources and be readily available. I think this is the first major glade we'll go into and just kind of work our way in this direction. Open this up a little more, give us some more space to build in the meantime. Let's take a look at our next orders. Human resolve. All right, so if I pick this, it doesn't guarantee, it means we have to pick a brewery. We have to even be offered a brewery. And then we have to make 35 ale. But if we do, we're guaranteed a tavern and some pottery production. We are getting clay. This is make humans happy and get some coat production. And a bunch of extra humans. I'll go with this because I want to do this anyway, and I'm just holding out hope that we do get a brewery at some point. And then because I mean, I love global resolve, or well, it's not global, it's human resolve specifically, but this is usually too good to pass up because you just get plus 25 across the board for all your farms, and that's always just really good to have. Food gathering is keeping up with current population, at least to a decent extent. I don't see a need to change that at the moment. Move our woodcutters camp over here, just so we're a little closer to what we're actually chopping up. I'm gonna target specifically so that they focus on tapping into this next glade before the storm. So we can go ahead and do that. All right, we did get in the glade. It's just clay deposits. I say just clay deposits. Clay deposits are good. Not gonna complain too much about that. The one thing I didn't do though, that was a boo-boo on my part. I did not build the trading post here like I meant to. So let's go ahead and slap that down, because that is definitely something we should have up. And maybe we'll even get an opportunity to trade at some point. Yeah, she's right here. Sahilda. My gal. Alright, so what do you got? Because I don't have any way to make stuff, like the core resources like fabric and lumber and whatever, at any increased quantity, it is kind of high priority for me to get plus production things just to bump up what we got. To that end, I think I'm gonna sell as much as we can within reason. I don't want to sell all of this because I need some in case there's a glade event that uses it. I do want to keep at least 2 of these, and then everything else can kind of just go. No, I don't want to sell everything. Maybe this will be good enough. Let's get down to 30. Sure, we could bump a mushroom or something. Just give me a 30. Pretty good. Moving faster is okay. I'm less concerned about plant fiber. I'm more concerned about coats. I would like to get 4 more if we can, so I could get the +3 coats. That would be really good. I will go very aggressive on the wood, not so much on the resin, even though it would provide value. I guess let's sell some mushrooms. Yeah, because mushrooms will theoretically get more as we gather more, right? Because of that effect we have. So let's go ahead and do that. That should put us in a pretty decent place overall. Yeah, mushrooms, the more we produce, the better things are. It's a pretty strong start for Sahilda, so I'll take that. And let's go ahead and just trim out some of these building space here so we have some room to build. And then next time we will go over here. I'm debating, do I want to take people out? I will if it increases their happiness. It doesn't get me low enough. I'd take everybody out. Let's let that bump back up to 4. And then I put them back in. I think that buys me enough time, even if the resolve drops, to make it through the rest of the storm without anybody actually leaving. Kind of the gamble I'm taking. I don't know about that. I don't think so, Tim. Maybe? It's gonna be tight. Because it has to recover from -2. Okay, that was enough time. It was just really close. Okay, so let's look at the next cornerstone. Grain bags. So we took this last time, and it really didn't do much. Because we don't get a lot of grain unless we find wild grain. It's the same thing as what we did with the mushrooms. Or did we not do that? Am I misremembering? Maybe I am. I don't know why I thought we had the mushroom thing. Okay. I am losing it. Alright, let's go ahead and move the woodcutters camp over here. And we're just gonna tap into this glade. It's a little aggressive, but I think it's what we need to do. I think we got as good as we're gonna get. This guy's not gonna have anything. I really hope that doesn't burn us too bad. But we'll see what happens. I think I was holding out for the forager camp in case I see a large grain, roots, or vegetables in one of these bigger glades here. So let's see what we got, and then I'll make a decision on that. I'm nervous about a glade event being unsolvable because we do not have a lot of like advanced resources at this point. I guess let's bump this up to 20. There's no reason not to build more if I don't have any hope in sight of anything better being there. Holy crap. There's a lot of different buildings here. Corrupted caravan. So I do have resources for this, which is good. I think I will take, I don't know, I'm leaning towards the resources, but the more I'm thinking about it, it doesn't really, these are all temporary and ultimately we get everything anyway. Maybe it's better to just progress and get some amber to buy stuff. So let's do that. All right, and while that's going on, what the heck? They are not happy campers. Fear of the wilds. So I think we just have to lure hostility. Still not enough. If I do this, I can't. Favoring's blocked. Right. So I'm gonna have some pissed off harpies, which is no good. I guess let's try to get some housing built. It's kind of the next step anyway, right? Put some housing down. I think we have the resources to build it. This stuff's still in the way. I have to build down in this direction because I need to leave this open for, well, not all of it open, but some of it open for goods buildings that we're going to be using. Definitely have to start clearing this out though, because I need the room. All right, well, let's at least get this building. That might increase their happiness. There we go. Brings it to a manageable point. Let's take a look at what else we got going on here. So it's the haunted herb garden. 3-star herbs, berries, and whatnot. I think this is worth rebuilding. Let's go ahead and rebuild. Global resolve, -3, only active while that's being worked on. So I'm definitely worried about doing that at the same time this is being worked on. So I feel like we have to kind of solve this problem first before we could do anything there. All right, harvester camp. Speaking of decisions to make, really nothing going on with this harvester camp at the moment. So I'm just gonna kind of chuck it out of the way here. Get that person out of the camp. That is fine. Oh, yeah, they're idle there. That's not surprising. Stonecutter's camp's got nothing nearby. Wow, everything's kind of run out at the same time. All right, blight rot cysts have appeared. Where did that appear? Where did the cysts appear? Am I missing it, or is it hiding under something? I would think it'd have an exclamation above it, right? I feel like we need to address this, right? But it's not letting me... Huh. Okay. Is it just taking longer to burn now as a result of that? I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go ahead and investigate this because I don't want it to go into the storm. I'm more worried about that than the other thing. This is gonna get bad. I think it is gonna go into... Well, maybe it'll just miss the storm. Where are these cysts? It's spawning them, but what is... Where are they? Am I missing them somewhere? I feel like I must be missing them. Do we want to do an order yet? Definitely can't do this. I think we can definitely pull that off. Harmony decorations. And then this, I'm not confident we'll have luxury. Well, let's just wait on that. We don't need to choose that one yet. Oh, there's a forager's camp right here. So I certainly don't need to take it here. Let's re-roll. That's unfortunate. I didn't get anything I wanted. I guess we'll do artisan. And there's the brewery, which is something we needed. That's what we needed for this. So that works out really, really well for us. All right, farm fields would be good here. Kind of lollygagging here. I think we need to make some little more meaningful progress on some of this stuff. So let's get some of this essentials built here. Build the artisan. Let's build the brewery, even if we're not actually going to be utilizing any of those exactly at this moment. I'd like to at least get them down, or at least, yeah, just build the framework for it. I did not want, yeah. So the bakery would be good. Actually, can we do the bakery there, the granary there, and then it's kind of like two cooking buildings next to each other. We'll extend that up in this direction. These don't have to physically be here, but they do have to be kind of where we need them to keep working. I should have probably had beavers still working in here. We definitely need to get housing up and running. We are rebuilding this stuff, so at least we got that going for us. Once this gets cleared out, all right, this is built up. I think humans are best here. Can we move this building? We can. We can move it here. It's a better fit. I do want to build this. I think this is worth building. Let's go ahead and rebuild that. It would be good to get that building instead. Then we can get rid of the small foragers camp. All right, so this is definitely problematic here. Let's go ahead and deliver this. We'll get 2 more people as a result. I don't think that's a good thing necessarily, but it's okay. I do think we definitely need to take everybody out. Well, maybe not everyone, but at least 3 of them out of that area while we are chopping away here. Let's get this farm field going. Would be nice to clear that out as well. Maybe we'll do that when the season changes here. Provisioner would be good, so we have a way to get flour, packs of provisions that would help us with trading. So let's go ahead and try to build that out. We can put that right there. Would be kind of ideal. Housing is getting definitely a little cramped over here. So I don't know if those ever actually appeared anywhere or what that was all about, but let's go ahead and we can definitely move this out of the way. Small foragers camp, because now we have a proper forager camp. Oh, I rotated that in the wrong direction. So if we can get this cleared out like fast, that would be ideal. Definitely want to put another human in there. Are we? Yeah, we're coming out of the storm now. All right, let's get our boys back in here. Maybe you can come up here and chop this garbage out. Would be nice to build, I think, a warehouse over here as well, because we're gonna be gathering all sorts of goodies. I could rebuild this rain mill too. 3-star all this stuff. I do think that's a pretty good idea. I don't have enough resources right now, but ultimately I'll do planks on that, I think. Let's take a look at our next cornerstone here. So I think if I close this, it's okay. It's only if I unpause. So the beauty of that is non-existent because I can't trade lumber. Well, phooey. Harvesting crops is faster is a good thing. I like this as well. I'm going to need grain for all the other stuff. Yeah, I think chances are pretty low I'm gonna get what I need out of this, but let's go ahead and sell some resin. I think food resources are probably actually getting a little tight, so I'm gonna try to not do that. Go ahead and trade that. I do need a way to start making coats, so let's go ahead and put this boy in here. I don't need the barrels yet, but I will need them at some point. Let's go ahead and hop back here. I'll lose all my lumber to increase future lumber production. That's fine. It's a little unfortunate, but it's worth it in my opinion. We're gonna get some crazy roots, herbs, and berries out of this, so I think this farm is well worth it. I really hope this gets cleared out pretty quickly because I really need the space for housing, if anything. And there's the low on food. Did we ever build the gatherer's hut? The herbalist? It's the herbalist that I need. All right, well, we'll build you here for now. I do need to get more housing up, so I am just gonna go ahead and slap this down, even if we don't build it right away. Human housing can go kind of wherever. Put it here because we could put some other stuff down there. Put that there. Slap a tombstone or 2 back here. And then more importantly, parks are something we need a little sooner than that. We can build those on the kind of the edge of our village over here. We're going to ultimately need 2, right? And then 2 gardens. Put them off to the side here as well. Then this little path over. Okay, that should be good. I'm saving this spot for the not the brewery, but the tavern. So I should probably get something going there at some point. We do have this. Okay, I wasn't on drugs. Okay, we do have fungal guide. Did I just overlook that? Okay, let them do that. That's all good. We need to build that. We don't need to clear any more of those trees. I guess let's hop back over here for the time being. I ultimately want to clear out down here more than anything. That's fine. Do I need more people? I think it's just going to cause me more grief right now because I don't have super happy people everywhere. I don't have any way to make grain. I don't have any way to make some of the other stuff I need. Go ahead and stop trying to do that. Why are they going over here? There's a warehouse right here. Yeah, I question that a little bit. All right, we don't have enough planks at the moment, but I do want to rebuild this. We're gonna have to wait till we have more housing. Housing's kind of paramount at the moment, we could say. Foragers camp's nothing nearby. We'll move it down here where it matters, even though it's nowhere close to actual civilization at the moment. Kind of got this really cluttered with empty vacant buildings right now, but that is okay. Trappers, I really got to tap into another glade is the problem. This little trappers camp can't handle this, so let's just take the people out of there. I ultimately want people to be here doing work. They just can't do it yet. I'm going to cap this at 50. I'm going to cap this, actually turn off pickled goods, not packs of crops. I do need those. I guess we'll put grain and mushroom on that. We'll limit this to 20. Actually decent packs of crops building. We'll put somebody in here. We can leave this on grain. Again, well, we'll put this on roots for now too, but ultimately the roots, I mean, we're making roots now, and we're not making grain, which is a little unfortunate. Let's cap this at 50. Packs of provisions, we can cap at 50. I'm fine with making them here in this building. That's pretty beneficial overall. So let's go ahead and run with that. I really need a better lumber, or better, what you call it, plank making building more than anything. The packs of crops would be good. All right, we are chopping away here, which is good. Just kind of playing the waiting game at this point, which is not always the best. We are gonna have to build a blight rot thing. We could do a rain collector. That probably wouldn't be such a bad idea, just so we have all these different rain types to gather during the different seasons. Harpy resolve is low. Maybe we take people out of this one for now. It's not enough to make a difference, so I guess I can't care unless I'm ready to pull from both of them. But let's see how this goes when the housing gets built, because there is housing being built here now. The more trading I do, the more housing is going to be covered. Oh, beaver resolve is low now too, huh? They'll make it through the storm. I think they both will, actually. Packs of crops is done. I'm going to definitely go ahead and turn that in. That'll give us plus 25 to all these different buildings. I guess we could look at choosing this order now. I'm going to go ahead and go with this. We'll take a look at this order. Cleanliness, 175 units of clearance water. I'm not confident that's going to happen, but I'm more confident I can do that. Wow, everybody's a little salty. All right. Oh, we just missed the harpy. It is unfortunate. Yes, please. I will definitely take that. So now we have meat, grain, and mushrooms all getting +1 every 25 times it's harvested. So it would actually be really good to find a full-size trappers camp if we can. Doesn't look like that is the case for us, unfortunately. And none of these really move the needle too much on anything in particular. Simple tool production could be good, just because if I do simple tools, well, I need another building for that still. Yeah, I just have the small farm, so maybe that's not the best option. Maybe we'll re-roll that one then, if we can. All right, we definitely have to get into another glade. Probably down here would be a good choice. Let's go ahead and move down there and just try to get into this next glade as fast as possible, which will give us some more time. I really want some more of this housing to be built, because housing is kind of where we're constrained. That looks like that's what they're working on now, which is good. The more houses that get built, the happier everybody gets in general. I do need to build more housing, probably down in this area. Once I get this all chopped out, I will scoot this out of the way, build another house there. The other thing I should do, trade routes, right? I should probably try to sell some stuff. I do have some packs. Somehow we have flour. I'm not sure where it came from, but I'm not going to complain. Fabric is fine. Don't have anything to sell this crystallized dew. I have to remember I can actually increase the amount I'm selling here to get more. Let's tap into this glade and see what we got. Get more people or get more amber. I think I'd take the amber if I could. No mushrooms. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping we'd get some sort of mushrooms. We'll keep the goods on this one because I'd like the 9 food. That would be pretty good. We can go ahead and do that pretty readily. All right, let's see what we can do here. No, I don't need this. I already have a forager's camp, and that's all I really need. 3 wine for ale could be good. I'm definitely not opposed to getting that, because I'm going to be producing ale at some point. She will still buy all my lumber, which is good. I wish I had more resources available to sell her. I only need 2 wildfire essence, because I'm only going to be building one of those buildings. We have the resources for bricks, so I'll sell some bricks. We're done with the packs of crops, right? So I can go ahead and sell those. We have a 3-star herb, so I don't mind selling those, although I'll need those down the road, I think. Sell a little clay. We got some excess of that. I don't need to get all 50, but I kind of like, or all 40 amber, 50 points of cash. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that. It's just good to have amber in the bank in case I need it for something. All right, I think we're in a good enough spot to get working on this over here as well. No, we don't have any planks available. Okay, well, I can't really do that. Planks are my biggest roadblock right now, so I really have to get moving on that. I need it for a bunch of stuff. All these houses that I'm building. Chop out some more of this. Chop out some more of this. I'm going to move this guy over here. Free up spot for me to put another beaver house, theoretically, anyway. Even though I'm not actually building them at the moment. Do I need more people? I really don't, but I'll take them. The housing situation is going to be a little grim for a minute. I have to do more trade routes is what I need. About the quantity of trade routes, I don't think the number of goods helps me. I just need to do trade routes. Yeah, let's just keep chucking trade routes out there if we can. The more the merrier. Stonecutter's camp's got nothing nearby. There is more clay over here. Definitely get that out of the way if we can. Okay, we are getting some housing going up, which is good. Low on food is definitely not good. That's decidedly not good. Is there any meaningful food over here? There is. Quite a bit, actually. So maybe we should build a warehouse over here. And no matter what direction I face it in, it's going to impact somebody. Go ahead and chop these trees out of the way. I do want to move this forager camp over here. And then this would be a herbalist camp, right? They can get those berries after they're done. I'd rather have the fungal growth right now because we're gaining benefit out of harvesting those. So as soon as those are finished, we'll move over there. I'm actually going to put people in here just to gather from this area, just so we have something coming in. It seems like food is a shortfall at the moment. So let's try to put some effort into storing that up where we can. To that end, let's go ahead and slap some people into these buildings. Oh, this is a 2-star packs of crops, which means I definitely shouldn't have been doing that. Let's limit that to 20, I guess. Pickled goods over here is pretty good. Fabric here is really good. Am I still making fabric here? Ugh, what am I doing? All right, shouldn't have been making fabric there. Let's go ahead and keep that going over in this direction. Vegetables are fine. Don't have any of that, but seems we have barrels for some reason. Let's go ahead and limit that to 60. I think I ultimately want this to be something else, but we'll just keep making these here for now. And over here is the real MVP stuff. Let's keep humans available in case I build a small farm somewhere. And let's limit these to like 50. We can limit this to 50 as well, but I definitely think we can build out of this building. There's something resembling progress going on there. I definitely need to get some human housing up. Could probably cram one right there, another one right there. Get that road going all the way. All right, that should at least be trending in the correct direction at the moment. I really need to find another farm plot because I definitely need some more stuff there. Let's just build this down to there. I'm gonna move this over here just to start clearing out some more of this, because this is the next glade we're gonna tap into after the next storm. I'm glad that got done. At least that's something. Gives a little extra resolve boost. Not enough to keep the harpies happy. Okay, so now we get the herbalist down here. Some consistent food harvesting. Where's our other lumber boy? You're down here as well. All right, so I'm gonna move you over here. We're just gonna keep chopping this specific area. Although, for now, I'm just gonna take everybody out of everything. Looks like it's just shy of making a difference. So we're gonna lose a harpy there, for pretty sure. Now, this is unfortunate. I don't think we're gonna get enough packs of provisions quick enough for this. I'll try it. I doubt we're gonna do it, but I will try it. And then this one I can get just down the road. All right, so who is making packs of provisions? It's here. If you are doing that, I definitely need you to make that top priority. And I need 2 of you to be doing it. Try to get started on that. I will definitely lose a harpy here. But I guess if I'm losing people anyway, what's the point in taking them out of there? Let's go ahead and start that back up then. So the beaver might sneak by. I do gain impatience for losing a villager, which is unfortunate. So that was a forager. I assume it's one of these foragers here. Pop a beaver into there. I guess I'll take this because I need the resolve. I don't think that's retroactive, which is unfortunate because I've definitely done that a couple times at this point. But it is what it is. All right, let's just try to get through to this glade. I need some progress here. All right, this is about as good as this can get. I do have some plus pack functionality going on here. Let's go ahead and use some berries for that, I guess. We might make this. Is this insane? Will we actually get this? We got a timed order. Look at that. With a temple. That is 5 pigment production. Man. We got some pigment going on here. I think we can use this copper. Look at all this pigment we can make. Not that I really know if we have much of a use for it, but we can make it. Let's go ahead and get somebody in here so we can start gathering some of this stuff up. I really need a way to make something a little more meaningful there. I need lumber. I'm already going to get this, so I don't need to buy this. This is the 3rd time I've been offered a forager's camp. I do not need that. I guess I'll take a smelter, even though I have no intention on using it. I just can't afford to reroll again. Well, I'll just wait. Maybe I can reroll one more time if I sell some of this stuff. All right, now that I'm past this, I need to not use up my berries on this crap because I need the food. That's the problem. All right, let's move these guys over here. Sother the Ancient has arrived. Let's see what this boy wants. Oh boy, okay. So storm duration reduction would be kind of nice. I could definitely get behind that. I only need 4 amber to make that happen. I will gladly sell some packs of crops for that. Well, that's where all my herb stuff's going. All right. Well, that lowers the storm duration. So maybe when my people are all salty and unhappy, that will make things better for them. Yes, this is what I needed. I needed a small farm right here. I need farm fields there. I need this like yesterday. Mushrooms. Yes. Fungal guide. I'm loving this. I'm definitely building another warehouse. No, I'm not, because I have no more money. Okay. Well, ultimately, I'm hoping to build another warehouse. Do we want to keep goods here? I'm going to use my fabric. I think the fabric would be good. It'd give me some planks to work with. I have a fabric bonus, so it's probably a net good thing. Do I want to rebuild this tinkerer? Probably not. I don't need more people right this second. People look like they're relatively happy. I do need more housing still. I do have it built. I just gotta wait for, I assume, planks, because that's my current bottleneck here, which is really unfortunate. This building can definitely come over here, and I can benefit from having them. Oh, apparently I need more people. Hi, people. I'll take you. You harpies, you love this stuff. So gather away. I'm going to switch here just because I want these mushrooms getting gathered as fast as possible. Beaver Resolve is happy, gets some extra beavers. Trading. I need to trade everything that I can. The more trading I do, the better, because that gives me housing. So we've only made 4 progress on this. I definitely need to get that going. This also needs to get built as fast as possible. This is actually priority number like 900. Just get this done as soon as possible. And then this is moving along. This is almost to a +2, which will be great from a food perspective. I really need to get this going. I'm actually going to turn vegetables off and just do grain here, because that needs to be all that is built here. Okay, vegetables off. Do nothing but grain. Just make grain. I need it for flour. I need it for biscuits. I need it for all sorts of stuff. Pies. All right, looks like we're filling up on some of these other water types, which is a good thing. I need ale. That's what I need. Resolve is low. Does it help to pull people out? For now, it does. It doesn't help everyone, but it does help the most vulnerable, which is a good thing. All right, they're getting started on planting this stuff, which is good. I'm sure there's probably some more stuff behind there. There is. Let's go ahead and move these guys over here and just get ready to kind of chop out these couple trees here. I want to maximize the amount of stuff we got chopping out here. Put our beaver boys back. The problem is next season, I don't think we're going to get away with that. I don't think it's actually going to work. All right, let's go ahead and keep chopping away. Houses are being built. This is good. This is definitely a good thing. 2 packs of provisions for every 10 herbs. 5 pigment for every 10 insects. I will do this because I need the resolve. Those are all pretty good, but I'm definitely focusing on trade routes anyway. I really need that part. I don't want to sell it, but I need to keep moving these trade routes forward. Packs of provisions. Come on, I gotta be able to do some of the stuff. All right, we've definitely got people planting away here, which is great. Got rid of that nonsense there. Harpy harvester left. We could just slap another person in there. Keep that moving along. Looks like we're +2 here. Coming up on +3 soon, hopefully. This is getting expensive. I don't have the money, and I don't really want to wait for another person. I'm just gonna take, this gives me jerky. It's not a good recipe, but it is a recipe, so I'll just take it. Lumber mill, thank you. That is what I need. Let me build this lumber mill right here. Slide that right into the DMs. Get that built as fast as possible. And let's get some beaver boys in there. You know what? The other thing too, because historically I've been very bad at this. I could use pigment here to make these packs of trade goods. I want to cap that at 25. Cap this at, I don't know, 75. Let them build as much of that as they want. I think it would be really good to get that built up as much as possible. Why did I do that? I don't want humans. I want beavers. But these planks need to get cranked out, like ASAP. All right, so we got a little bit of every type of water. What uses clearance water? Is there a hotkey? Provisioner uses clearance water. What the heck? Connect pipes. Why not? Hey, I'm all for that. Get some clearance water use. Sounds good to me. All right, so are we getting to a point where I can do some more meaningful stuff here? Let's trade. I still haven't tapped into another glade. That's a little problematic, but I think I'm finally getting some stuff here as far as like wheat and everything goes. Farm fields. Need to build those. Where's the other human that's working this place? Oh, they're just running around taking a long time. So the unfortunate thing is I desperately need a warehouse over here because the back and forth is taking way too long. Small forager camp's got nothing nearby. It's actually fine. I'm just gonna put it here, take the beaver boys out. Can I don't think I gained any parts or anything, right? So I missed them. Ah, no. I was too busy yapping and not paying attention. I don't want more people because my housing situation is a little bit dire. I am going to build more housing though because now I can afford it. Let's just get another couple human houses down. And I'm going to move this just a little bit there. We should be getting plenty of planks kicked out at this point. So housing shouldn't be as dire of an issue as it was. I'm gonna choose this because harpies are still gonna be pissed off. Just because I could tell just by their resolve. Not gonna be good. This should be getting even better. Alright, we do have the ale coming along here. But that should be making people happier in general. I need to start doing something about this resolve. What is going on with the provisions? I did limit that to 50. So I don't want to trade anymore until I get these packs of provisions to 38. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and do that. Gives me more people, which is unfortunate. I think it's actually going to make more people leave the settlement. That's okay. We're just going to keep plodding along. All right, I'm going to take my beaver boy out here and put there, and then put him over here. And we're just going to start YOLOing it into the next glade because this storm's going to be over in a minute anyway. Harpy builder left, which means Harpy not doing anything. It does cost me some impatience though, which is never a good thing in the situation I'm currently in. I'll get the tool shop. Ultimately, I'm going to need something other than that. Yeah, I'm going to do the flame amulets. If I could lower hostility in any way at this point, that would be a great thing. Tavern would be good. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and slap that down. Temple probably wouldn't be a bad decision either if we can find a way to cram it in somewhere. Guess we can put it there. And then we'll just keep on keeping on. Okay, here we go. This should result in some happier people in general, which would be good. Let's put some people into here. I'm not making scrolls right now, I don't think. Probably should. I need these packs of trade goods, so I'm not gonna, as much as I'd like to, I'm not gonna do that one. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll do that. That's fine. Okay. So, theoretically, once that's complete, all these should get +1 housing, which should solve our current housing need in general for everyone, I think. Don't see any more stone on the map, so we'll just do nothing with that for now, aside from take the couple people out of those buildings. We need more harmony, which are these guys. So I'll just build a bunch of tombstones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. One more apparently. Have a nice little graveyard behind the temple here. Looks like resolve is spiking into the positives, which is where I like to see it. However, we did just pop into a glade with a corrupted caravan. Thankfully it takes resin and we should be able to blow through it pretty quickly. I'm gonna choose to send to the Citadel. That resolve is a little more important to me. I am going to go ahead and put a small farm here as well, because I think that will better serve what I'm doing here. And then you are going to come over here, and you're going to start chopping down that crap. And then can we build a warehouse? We can. We have parts. So let's slap a warehouse there. And let's slap a warehouse over here. Because if any place is going to need it, it's going to be these places. I do want to put some people in here to get to work. Again, I'm going to turn off the vegetables, if anything temporarily, just to force some of this initial grain production to be a thing. I'm going to actually turn that off for now. The roots. How are we doing on... Holy flour, Batman. Okay, so we have plenty of flour. We don't have to worry about that. Let's limit that to like 60. I should have put a cap on that to begin with. We definitely need grain, though. All right, let's go ahead and turn this in. That gives us extra pack yields, which probably should have done that a little sooner. All right, let's see what else we got here. Cookhouse would give us skewers. This would give us +3 skewers. Smokehouse, that would be an increase, and it would be a way to make incense, which we can't currently do. I think that's probably the better play, because 2 of them like jerky, right? And we have a way to make jerky. We do not have a way to make skewers, so I am going to go with the grill. Not a good way to make jerky, but it is a way. I think putting something here might better serve us because it's closer to where we would turn that in. There's a space up here for some roots. We could slap some people in there and keep making some progress. Okay, we do have enough housing for everyone, which is great. Food doesn't seem to be near the crisis it used to be at the beginning. These mushrooms should be getting mighty close to a +3, which is fantastic. Shouldn't be running out of fabric anytime soon with all this plant fiber. And with the double grain production, that should accelerate that quite a bit. Although it'll be more impactful once these warehouses are done, because it'll be a quicker back and forth. Old Farloof has arrived. We're coming up on a storm. Oh, my wood. Well, I think we're good there. We don't need to give them that much, but we definitely can afford to sell that. Could sell some of this. Keep some of it, you know. All right, let's do that. Plenty of amber. I'll lower hostility, that's fine. Barrels and pigment are good. I'll keep the other money for other adventures. All right, this is progressed by 1, which to be honest is probably good enough. I think there's plenty of housing available at this point. Look at that, everybody's at 30. Happy as a clam. I could get more people, but I don't really need them. Let's try to get another farm field down here. This should be good enough. Nobody's running away this time. I kind of like that. Hearth burns quicker, but we're making stuff so fast it doesn't even matter. Packs of trade goods should complete relatively quickly. All right, we're through the storm. Everybody's harvesting away. We're hopping right back to fully satisfied and happy. I really don't think we need any of this stuff. We'll just let it go for now. I guess we can do this. We are making biscuits. I doubt there's going to be enough time to make any meaningful impact on that, but is there, or are we? I mean, this is a way to make scrolls, right? We do have wine, so this should be fine. The pigment, I think I want to turn off. This should be progressing, right? Not very fast. I think more people need to be happier. You need religion. We need some biscuits cranking out. What's going on with the biscuit situation? What kind of water do you use? Make you a little happier? Let's try to increase the production yields. That would be good. Get some biscuits. So we're running out of clothing too. What's going on there? We need more people working in these spots. That would be a big difference if we had that going. Okay, that makes people happier. Let's go ahead and turn that in. That moves the needle even further, and moves that needle down even further. Okay, so we should have clothing pouring in relatively soon. Everybody's housed. Biscuit production would be good. We can get that going. Religion would be good if we can get that going. We got education going. Was that the building we needed to get? I felt like we had a way to make incense. That was the last building we bought. All right, I don't need any of that. What were you good for? Hey, you had 3-star scrolls. Why did I not make you? Let's go ahead and investigate you. Probably shouldn't have done that so close to the storm, but that's okay. We're progressing right along. We're probably gonna be done any second now. Well, not before the storm. Looks like we got one more season to go. What's going on with these guys? Come down over here. Pull the beaver boys out. Stay under 5. That's where it gets really bad. It's 87%, so we're okay there. Let's take a look at what he's got. He might bump us right to finish. There we go. Look at that. 72, 13, 13. Finish the Monastery modifier. Yeah, I think that went pretty well overall. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future, and we will catch you in the next one.